Most young people would have heard of the word contraception, but what actually is it? It's any device, and there's a number of either pills or devices that will prevent an egg and a sperm either joining up or prevent an egg and a sperm from implanting in a female's uterus and growing into a pregnancy. So there's a number that are readily available. Some require a doctor's prescription, and in particular they would be the implanted device or the pill, the contraceptive pill. Others are freely available over the counter, and in fact the most important, perhaps the most important one being condoms, is available to anyone regardless of age over the counter.
And I guess when we think about contraception, you know, I know from a personal perspective, I only started looking into it when I was, 17 with the partner that I decided I wanted to be sexual with. And, I had had a conversation with my mum to be like, I'd really like to go and talk to someone about this. And, and we went to do that. But I also know that that might not be the experience for everyone when they first decide that they want to look into contraception.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So being able to have these conversations and being able to find also the contraception that fits right, because we're having sex that fits right and we're doing it for reasons because we just want to have good sex, is so important. And it's also the sexiest thing ever when you're with a cis man who is like, I've got this. This is my drawer of condoms.
Yeah.
Like, oh. And then I also think about from the lens of someone who has experienced an unwanted pregnancy and then has experienced terminating that pregnancy, which is legal and safe and should be and accessible here in Australia. I found it incredibly frustrating that the onus fell entirely on me to make sense of that experience, when for every person getting pregnant, there's someone that got them pregnant. So I guess, how do we have those conversations?
It was incredibly interesting. So in high school, when I was with my partner and I was on the pill, everyone was gobsmacked at the fact that we shared the cost of the pill. So when I was 17, I said to my partner, yeah, 100% I'm going to go on the pill because that's what we've decided is going to work for us, because it was the only option I got told. But we were like, yep, that's going to work. So this is how much it costs, and I would like us to split that. And I think that's something that maybe particularly young people should be thinking about.
Yeah, that's such good advice. Same with my partner, but it wasn't until my late 20s.
Yeah.
Earlier. Even imagine just being able to understand how the pill actually works instead of just assuming, going, hey, yeah, just get on the pill.
So when I was in school as well, something that used to get thrown around a lot was this idea of a pull, like the pull-out method kind of thing. And I'm curious if it's something that we still hear.
Yep. Or even worse, I forgot what it's called, but when a guy takes his condom off during...
Stealthing.
Which is illegal.
Yeah, really,
so
really
never
bad. I personally love condoms, and it's always been my responsibility because, I've never relied on the partner to have to provide me with the condoms.
If I didn't work in this space, I probably wouldn't have known all of the options or all of the things I could do. And I think that is something that maybe young people don't always fully understand, is that there are so many maybe other options out there.